The reason why it's so relevant right now that you maximize those options is so that when things go bad in one area, in one sector, you get protected, you don't get hit. Diversification is not just putting all of your eggs in one basket. Diversification ensures that when one market goes sour, you still have a chance to win. You still have a chance to make money. You still have a chance to earn. Hey guys, so it's December 2021, and what's so interesting to where we are right now as compared to years back, especially when I was starting out, is that there's so many options on how you can invest and where you can invest as well. When I started out, the main options that I had were Philippine equities, Philippine bonds, or leave it in cash, but majority it was a hybrid of a combination of most of those investments as well. I would remember it that every time there was something that was bad from a economic perspective or from a political perspective, that caused me somehow to see if it was a selling signal also to get out of certain equities or get out of the market as a whole. It made me a bit vulnerable to what was going on because certain things from a national slash economic slash political perspective may have a sway on a lot of the stocks that I was actually looking at. Or in the same way also that if there was something bad globally that had an effect in Southeast Asian markets, you always have to look at it this way. From a Filipino perspective, majority of the investors still in the Philippines, in terms of how big their investments are institutions, but not just institutions, foreign institutions as well. Every time that there were bad news items pertaining to the Philippines or Southeast Asia, or generally they just wanted to take out profits, it caused markets to dip. And the only option at that particular point in time was to either sell, take profits, or stay in cash and then come in and live to fight another day, or find another stock that was less volatile in the Philippines and reposition there, or slug it out and build a bigger base as it starts to go down. But fast forward to where we are right now, I believe that we are in the sweet spot of investing because right here, right now, there's so much options. And what's so interesting is if everyone would try to backtrack, please do remember that a couple of months ago, 20 plus months ago, we were in one of the hardest lockdowns ever. That part of that also, we saw the Philippine stock market do a deep dive. Because of that deep dive, from where we are today, the market has gone up quite a bit. We've seen a lot of stocks from Converge, from Century Pacific, from the larger conglomerates, from ALLHC, from ASEN, to do very, very well this year. And what's interesting and what's amazing about that is it's not just in the Philippines. US markets, crypto, have done well. Even though the Philippine markets did very well, it got overshadowed by the amazing things that have been happening, the technology companies in the US. But not just that, even the cryptocurrency market. I want to challenge you to become a multi-asset investor, a multi-geography investor, so that if something bad happens to the Philippines, I'm not saying that something bad will happen. I'm not saying that there's something to be scared of. If things don't go the way you want it to go from your positions in the Philippine markets, guess what? You have other positions that could help you, that could protect you, and still give you a gain as well. So think about it. If the Philippine markets drop, and I know no one knows what's going to happen to the next trade, and if you remember it last year, at this point now, as we started to end the year, we were at a higher push up because there were a lot of good news in terms of what was developing that pushed the markets higher, and we're almost in the same place. And if you remember what happened early this year, Philippine markets dropped. You have multi-asset portfolios, is that you won't be hit as much, especially if the crypto market is doing very well. And please remember, what's so amazing and so interesting about the crypto market is you are investing in game-changing technology, and that it's not just dependent on what's happening in Philippine shores. It's not dependent on how foreigners would actually sell, how they would actually dump our market. It's not dependent on that. And I think that's one of the things that people need to consider when you start investing. And that's why it's so important for you to be able to build a larger investment base that's highly diversified, that's not connected merely to the Philippine markets. And if you try to think about it, and if you try to analyze it, and if you try to nitpick what's going on, it's a good diversification. It's a good way for you to separate your assets, because Think about it. Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, Polkadot. When you analyze it from that perspective, it's not laden and heavily connected to the Philippine markets. Don't get me wrong. It's okay to buy REITs. I love REITs. It's okay to buy dividend stocks. I love Globe. I love PLDT. ASEN has been pretty amazing also for the year. ALLHC has been amazing for the year. REITs have been massively amazing also for the year. But that being said, think about the counterbalance of having Bitcoin, having Ethereum, Avalanche, Solana, tokens highly connected to the metaverse like Sand, like Gala, or even gaming like AXS tokens, or tokens highly connected to the metaverse like Decentraland or Sandbox. Then suddenly you have the ability now to transcend and be protected. That's what I want to convey to all of you. The reason why it's so relevant right now that you maximize those options is so that when things go bad in one area, in one sector, you get protected, you don't get hit. Diversification is not just putting all of your eggs in one basket. Diversification ensures that when one market goes sour, you still have a chance to win. You still have a chance to make money. You still have a chance to earn. I'm so bullish on cryptocurrencies. I love the cryptocurrency market. I'll keep on double downing and adding to this. However, I believe in the balance. I believe on creating an anchor that will protect you, that will protect your stocks, that will protect your portfolio. And you must look at it this way. The goal is not just to find one token, one coin that will do very, very well. The goal is to build a portfolio of assets that if one fails, you're protected. And what's nice about that is you can create a combination of it. Like for example, when you talk about cryptocurrencies, one lump could be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Solana, Avalanche, etc. Then you can have Philippine stocks that are highly connected to dividends from PLDT to Globe to Meralco, or you could also lump in REITs there from A-REIT to M-REIT to RCR and so much more. This way, should all of them perform well, then you have a very, very good portfolio. But if not all of them perform well, that allows you to look at the ones that dropped, and that allows you to add and stack to all of them. And that's what won't make you fearful when things are not going so well. Because when things are not going so well, when one position in your asset class or in your portfolio would drop, the back of your mind, what you're thinking is, I'm gonna buy that stock, I'm gonna buy that crypto or that token that drop in price. And you're not scared because not one single crypto or token or stock can make or break your portfolio. It's not just blind diversification that you just diversify because it protects you. Please remember this, and this is where a lot of people make mistakes in diversification. They buy everything because they didn't study it. They buy everything with the hope that there will be one stock here, one crypto here that will hit the jackpot and I will be okay. Or if I buy a lot, then I will be protected. That's not how it works. Diversification should be intentional. That these are the stocks, these are the crypto positions that you really want to have, but you are spreading it out because those aren't just winning positions, but those are the ones that are not connected. Those are the ones that if one goes bad, it doesn't mean that the other will also go bad because they're not connected to each other. The ability to have multiple asset classes right here, right now, that you invest it in the prime of your years, because when you do that, you spread out your risk, you hedge and protect yourself, but in a certain way also you get to have an upside because you are selecting assets from stocks to crypto that are doing well. Just to summarize everything, there's so much options right now. Build a base in stocks, build a base in crypto. It's not just about you being hedged, but also you build a skill and acumen for each of those markets. But above and beyond that, you know what's so interesting? You will figure it out over the next few years. Where are you more gifted at? What do you like the most? Where do you see yourself having the most conviction? Because what I always tell people is that it's not a competition which is a better investment, which is a better asset class. Is it stocks or is it crypto? It's more of what do you know the most, what do you have the most conviction in, and where do you see yourself putting a larger amount of volume into it. So maximize those options, diversify, hedge yourself, build a portfolio that's not just centered on just one winning stock or one winning crypto, but the name of the game is to build a portfolio that's bigger, better, stronger, that will help you reach whatever goals that you have for your particular investments. So for those who want to learn more about stocks, I have books down in the description below. You can order them via Shopee. For those who want to learn about technical trading using technical analysis, which works for both the stock market and the crypto market, links down below for a Zoom pre-recorded course that you can watch on demand for a month, and you can build those technical analysis skills from there. And for those who think that, okay, stocks and crypto is something worth looking at, check it out down below. We have Binance, the largest crypto exchange in the world, and we also have a couple of stock exchanges that you can choose from for those that want to venture into the world of stock investing. So let me know your thoughts. Did you guys learn a lot from this? I want to hear your thoughts. I want to know your ideas in all of this. Is this something that worked for you? Is this something that you like? Put it in the comment section below. And if you want more of this, like, share, subscribe so that you get updated every time I come up with new videos about the stock market, cryptocurrencies, and NFTs. So this is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you all.